What's up, YouTube? This is Brandon coming at you. I wanted to talk about some things. Turn the radio down. Window up. But anyway, what's going on, y'all? Talk to me. Well, y'all can't talk to me because y'all listening to me. But anyway, I wanted to talk about, about DJs sharing ideas and stuff. It's really cool that I've seen videos out there. I like watching your videos and people watching my videos and my ideas. I appreciate all the good compliments, showing the love. But, dude, we're all in different states. We're in different states. We're not having to compete against each other. So it never hurts to show ideas. Please express your ideas to other DJs out there. There's some DJs that need help with topics such as how much do I charge, I'm not making enough, what do you do to get your gigs, how you advertise, all that cool stuff. If y'all have some advertising tips, show me. I like to see those advertising tips because I take all my ideas off the internet anyway. Except for that pre-wiring of the truss. People never thought of that. That was one good solid idea that a lot of DJs took it in. I got some emails on that saying that's cool. How long you been doing that? I thought about that, because I used to work at a place called Ultimate Electronics. It's an electronics store, and people usually pre-wire their houses before they install their surround sound. Well, it's the same scenario with wiring your truss up. You might as well go ahead and wire your truss up and pre-wire it, so we just hang the light in, just plug the DMX cable in and a power cord, instead of trying to hang the light up in, try to run all the DMX cables all over the truss and have to take more time doing that. When you got like 4, 5, 6, 7 fixtures on the light truss, it can take you close to about an hour or so just to set up the lights. Plus, when it's pre-wire, it looks a lot neater anyway. You don't have to worry about the wires dangling down and hitting you in the head or make it look unprofessional. Because I'll be honest with you, me as a customer, I don't want to see a bunch of spaghetti around my DJ's booth anyway. That just tells me he's not organized. Plus, in this pre-wire, you're always going to have the wires there. Just take an extra one just in case one doesn't work. But that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Next thing I'll talk about, when you do your travel time and stuff, I don't know about some of you guys, but, some people, customers ask me, what time you normally get there? I usually tell them I need at least a minimum of an hour to 2 hours of setup time. I usually recommend all you DJs to give yourself a minimum of an hour and a half of travel if it's more than 30 miles away. The reason why I say that is because you don't know traffic, especially in the Dallas-Fort Worth area over here. It's pretty hectic, But I want to talk about that. Reliable transportation. It's good to have reliable transportation. You don't want to end up with some old deadbeat car, some hootie pulling up and then it's not running right or breaking down on you on the way there. Keep the maintenance up, For some of you DJs starting out, it's a good deal to get into. But I recommend, doing some freebie deals, here and there, just so they can get your name out, do some good deals for cheap, but gradually get into it and invest in your company. I know so many DJs out here that just do it just because it's a job. I do it for fun, but at the same time I want to make money at it. I treat DJing like an art. I don't treat DJing like a job, I treat it like an art. That's why I'm very creative with my setups. You're not going to see me with some lame setup, And when I first started out, I spent about $2,000 starting out. Now they got me 2 scanners, a sub, 2 12s, and a couple amps. And then I bought a cheap case starting out, and then I got better cases, And then I'll never forget my first gig. I charged them like $450 for like 6 hours, wasn't really very much, but it got me where I'm at today. Now I get anywhere between $100 to about $300 an hour on a gig. You know, I don't know what the rates are going out there in your area, but you know, I'm pretty reasonable. You know, there's DJs out here getting $1,800 on a 4-hour wedding reception. You know, and they're getting it. You know, they're doing the uplighting thing, which I'm starting to get into because I'm gonna get into uplighting. Trust me, there's some money in that. Because brides are actually wanting that. You know, I'm not gonna just rip them off on the price. There's DJs out here charging $150. You know, I tell customers I can get you a $150 DJ, $100 DJ, $200 DJ, you know, for your wedding, but is he going to be good? 1. Or 2, is he going to show up on time? For 3, is he going to dress appropriate? You know, 4, is he going to actually be professional what he does? You know, don't risk your gig on a low bidder. You know, when I wasn't charging enough back then, I actually lost business, you know. Now I charge what's fair, you know. I charge what it costs to run that gig. I charge what's going to take, how much time I got to spend into it. You know, a typical wedding takes me, a 4-hour wedding reception can take me about 15 hours of planning. You know, 4 or 5 hour wedding reception, any wedding reception really, because you got to think about it. You're calling the bride and the groom. You're setting up times to meet up with them. You're actually sitting down, going over the music with them. Email support. You're doing phone calls. Travel time. There and back to the gig. There and back to the bride and the groom's house or wherever you're meeting up to set up arrangements for this wedding reception. And setting up the equipment, tearing it down. Me, I have a kid. You know, I got to pay for babysitting as well. You know. So, you know, babysitting is not cheap. You know, and I got to pay the babysitter to do that and all that kind of stuff. You know, and I explain all these things to the bride before I even give them a price because, you know, they don't understand what we go through. Most customers don't understand what we go through when we spend all this god-awful money on equipment, time spent to prepare for their gig. You know, I sit down and you know, I walk through the whole process of planning this gig with them. You know, I always recommend, you know, y'all give the customer a reason why you're charging this. Give them reasons why they should go with you over the next guy. You know, because they need to understand this equipment's not cheap. It's really not. You know, I spent too much money on this equipment. You know, I got over $40,000 worth of stuff now, you know, collected up. And, you know, I got a lot of music invested in it. You know, I got a lot of money invested in music. And, you know, they have to understand that, you know. There's 2 different types of DJs. You have your club DJs, and you got your mobile DJs, you know. Mobile DJs is a little bit more work because you have to haul your own equipment and get there and tear it down and all that kind of stuff. If you're not charging enough and your equipment breaks, how are you going to get money to get it replaced? You know, I'm not ragging on anybody, you know. Sometimes people feel, you know, offended by me saying that, but I wanted to go ahead and get that off my chest because that's something I've been talking about. But I recommend, you know, charging what you're worth, man. You know, there should be a reason why y'all should be charging less than $100 an hour. All you DJs out there, you know, y'all should be charging, you know, for what it costs you to run that gig and what it costs to rent the equipment. You know, you gotta stop and think. I tell some of my clients, you know, what I'm charging, you can't even rent the equipment for this. Plus, you're not gonna find a professional that's gonna run it like I would, you know. You know, I always give those little, you know, tips out there to them. They understand that now, you know. And I'm fair on the price, you know. But, you know, y'all should actually get your money's worth out of these gigs, you know, because I know DJs who are not charging enough, and they're calling me and say, hey, Brent, how you do it, you know. And they're trying to get that gig, but they're not getting it. They're so desperate. They're trying to make ends meet, which I do understand. But, you know, you gotta protect yourself, man. Because if you're down there in the low baller gigs, you're gonna stay down there. You know, same thing with the higher end gigs. If you just do higher end gigs and that's all you're getting, power to you, bro. You know, but you know you got to charge what you're worth. But I'm running out of time. Again, my name is DJ Brandon. Please leave your comments below, and y'all practice and enjoy.